So he's like a steroid. He's like a super jacked
I told you he's a sexy
dude.
Mexican wrestler, Jasmine.
He's not Mexican.
I know he's not Mexican. I just wanted to say it. But how is going today? Look, it's Kingdom names. Dwayne.
My name's Jasmine.
What Dwayne, Jazz? Tell me after you. Venom versus Bane. Marvel versus DC. Death Battle by ScrewAttack. Make sure you go subscribe to the channel and check the video out.
I'm so ready for Venom to win. I want
Venom.
Venom. I like, you know what? I love villains more than I like the superheroes.
I don't know.
Like Venom versus Spider-Man, I like Venom better. Batman versus Joker, I like Joker better.
You tripping? I like Batman better, but
I like Joker better. So it's like I just want, and Venom looks so like vicious.
Venom looks vicious. Now, like Venom, like I like Spider-Man when he had the black costume.
Disgusting to me.
Bane does not look vicious. Bane looks but let's dive on in.
Okay.
Every champion of justice inspires others, whether they mean to or not. And sometimes that inspiration creates your worst nightmare.
Coming out with two.
The ultimate antithesis to Spider-Man. And Bane, the burly genius who broke the bat. He's whiz and I'm boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out.
Bane was still good though, but he just looks disgusting.
Yeah.
The word symbiosis refers to two organisms living in beneficial harmony, such as when two beings bond over.
That was the 90s Spider-Man was lit.
Spider-Man. Eddie Brock was an up-and-coming journalist on the brink of national success when life decided to just shit all over him. One day, Eddie published an article incriminating a man he thought was a serial killer. However, that very same day, Spider-Man caught the real killer, publicly shaming Eddie.
Damn.
As a result, Eddie's company fired him, his father disowned him, and his wife left him.
Damn.
Also, he had cancer. Damn, talk about a bad day. Understandably pretty upset about it, Eddie blamed Spider-Man for ruining his life. This led to his fateful meeting with a weird black gooey alien. Remember Gag from the 90s? It's just like that, except alive and evil. This was a symbiote from the planet Clintar, an alien species with one goal: to grow stronger by fusing with a living host. I know that sounds intimidating and almost parasitic, but the Clintar people are naturally a peaceful race. However, they often inherit their host's traits and personality.
So
this symbiote in particular had previously bonded with a violent alien bent on genocide and a costume superhero everybody knows as
Deadpool.
That crazy lunatic? Oh, there's no way this symbiote is sane after that. It wasn't. Afterward, it bonded with Spider-Man, who experienced this rage and lunacy firsthand. Horrified by this, Spider-Man eventually discarded the symbiote. Unaware the alien had determined Spidey was its ideal host and became obsessed with him. Much like bar trash Cindy that sometimes you go home with but never really want to see her again.
That was supposed to be Snooki.
You get when you combine an angry man and a black goo monster both hatefully obsessed with the same guy? Most just call him Venom. Did you know Eddie came up with the name Venom because he felt he was spewing venom from the tabloids he worked at? Seriously? I give that origin a 3 out of 10. Thank God the name's cool at least. And Venom's abilities are even cooler. He's insanely strong, ridiculously agile, and has a fast-paced healing factor. He can power through bullets with no problem at all. Plus, the symbiote carries some of the abilities of its previous owners, including Spidey. That means he can climb on walls and shoot webbing strong enough that Spidey himself can't break through. Technically speaking, Venom simply reproduces the webbing effects via one of his more useful powers, shape-shifting. This symbiote can act as a liquid, allowing it to increase Venom's size for intimidation, or even mimic Eddie's everyday clothing for discretion. Not to mention, Venom can morph into a wingsuit to glide through the air, isolate and purge toxins from its host's body, straight up turn invisible, or even just sprout spikes for simple stabbing weapons. With these abilities seemingly limited only by his twisted imagination, Venom has tangled with many of his world's heavy hitters. He's defeated Spider-Man without having a host, resisted Ghost Rider's penance stare, and shaken off the Hulk's infamous thunderclap. That's right, he's even taken blows from the likes of the Juggernaut and the Hulk. Even if Venom does get injured, the symbiote can rapidly heal its host. From broken bones, impalement through the chest, or even blasts from an anti-tank rocket. He's also so speedy that he can catch up to bullets in mid-flight. But if he doesn't feel like it, he'll just take the shot and spit it back with deadly force. He's strong enough to bust down metal doors with his fists, tear apart large military trucks, or throw cars are several blocks away.
He was
part of that's gotta be Brock. Have you seen how much that dude can lift?
Yeah.
Most impressively, Venom once held up a giant carnival ride similar to a Ferris wheel, even after getting struck by one of his worst weaknesses. A sound gun. A sound gun? That's pretty lame.
Anything that's like high pitch.
I could just beat him if I scream really loud?
Yeah.
With enough sound or literal firepower, yes, you could force the symbiote to expose the vulnerable host underneath. Though I should note that repeated exposure has helped Venom build up some tolerance. Also, while the symbiote is highly versatile, Venom is not exactly a strategist. Unsurprising given his apparent insanity. It makes me happy. The symbiote also requires a diet containing the chemical phenethylamine.
Supposed to be a big...
You buy that at the store? No, it's found in certain fungi, chocolate, and brain matter, which the symbiote greatly hungers for. Oh great, now it eats brains! God, this guy is literally a living nightmare.
Yes.
There's no more Eddie, and no more symbiote. Only Venom.
And he's supposed to have his own movie? It's a rumor.
To drive crime from Gotham City.
It's a rumor.
Batman has faced dozens of foes, each more vile and cunning than the last. But none challenged his sheer willpower more than the monstrous man called
Crack that man's back.
Bane's life was screwed from the start. He was born into prison and made to carry out his dead man's life sentence. Talk about carrying the sins of your father. I mean, who puts a baby in jail? Couldn't it just, like, roll through the bars? Did it make a baby jail?
Tommy.
So many questions. The child spent his dawning years in captivity, forced to fend for himself against a cruel and unforgiving world. Then, one day, a fateful accident caused something to snap inside him. I'm guessing his neck. No, well, it should have. Instead, the boy slipped into a coma where he saw a vision of his future self. A man standing above all other men. Future self told him he would be second to none, so long as he could
my hairline receded. Thanks.
Which is apparently shaped like a bat.
I would tell myself that.
Look at that.
So my hairline receded.
When the child awoke, he began his journey to conquer that fear through the power of bloody murder. Hell yeah. That's also when the prison warden called him a Bane to everything holy. And
that's how he got his name?
Bane. 2 out of 10.
Exactly. I was like, it's
anyway, it wasn't long before Bane caught wind of a certain bat ruling Gotham City by fear. But he got to work trying to become the ridiculously jacked guy he saw in his dream, so he could take down Batman once and for all. As he grew up, Bane entered an intense daily workout regimen. Not just his body, but his mind as well. He educated himself in 10 languages, escapology, combat tactics, and several martial arts, including a few he created himself. Bane pretty much became a legend across the prison. So to remind everybody who was in charge, the warden decided to make an example of him. See, this place wasn't just a prison. The army of Santa Prisca was conducting tests on human subjects with an experimental formula called Venom. Because super soldier formulas are all the rage. The procedure had killed every previous test subject, but Bane proved hardier than expected. And after he had a taste, Bane wanted Venom for himself. So he faked his own death, punched a few sharks to death, and liberated the whole prison single-handed. The inmates joined his cause, and he took his new super soldier serum to Gotham City. Using a special apparatus on his wrist, Bane can administer a dosage of Venom directly into his brain at will. Doing so dramatically increases his muscle mass, turning him into one of Gotham City's most ferocious physical threats.
Yeah, facing him in Injustice is like so annoying.
He's destroyed the Batmobile with his bare hands, jumped off skyscrapers without injury, and lifted loaded armored trucks which weigh tens of thousands of pounds. And then there's the feat he's most famous for,
breaking his back.
Breaking the back
of Batman. Bane didn't just break bone, he literally put poor Batman into a coma. Well, years later, Batman did get his revenge. After swapping powers with Superman, he paid Bane a visit and broke his everything. And somehow, this didn't kill him. He's one tough son of a bitch, and if he needs it, Bane can crank up his flow of venom for strength and faster healing. But when he first tried this, it came at a cost. Turns out, an overdose of venom can temporarily deteriorate one's mind, turning Bane into into a mindless, muscle-bound beast.
Like steroids.
Yeah, like steroids.
And it's also surprisingly addictive. So eventually, Bane swore off the stuff for some time. But this only let Bane prove that he is just as dangerous even without the performance-enhancing drug. He's been pelted by dozens of bricks at once and taken countless stabbings and bullets without even reacting. He once cauterized his own wound with a blowtorch,
Hey,
got thrown hundreds of yards by a Elasti-Woman, and got right back up ready to fight. Still off the juice, Bane is strong enough to tear down a stone prison wall, casually rip off an armored guy's limbs, and take out dozens of members of the League of Assassins, solo. But if he really needs to, he can always fall off the wagon and get back on the Venom. Bane's absurd power is matched only by his intelligent mind. He possesses a photographic memory, rivals Ra's al Ghul in chess, and deduced the identity of Batman in 1 year when nobody else could figure it out.
What?
Yeah, Bane's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, he was
it's no
pretty
secret
smart.
that he's at his best when he's got that venom juice pumping through his veins.
gonna be
Luckily for
good.
him, he eventually
I can't
developed
wait
a
for
form of... Alright, the combatants are set. Let's send
Who you
this
got?
debate.
You know I got Venom.
Okay.
With all this strength, Tongue is reminding
I got
me I
Venom.
gotta bulk up. And the best way to do it is with a
Just
I'm
because I
ready.
like him better.
I'm ready. I did it. Bane, I hate Bane. Oh my god. Oh yes.
Yes, let's get it. Let's get it.
Venom.
Beside niños.
Bane. Yep.
Yeah. That's Bane coming out. Yep.
It's that.
Nope.
It's something else.
Yep.
Oh man.
Love his voice.
You're mine.
Yes, let's get it.
Really? This is gonna take it. Spit it back. Yep.
Yes.
Get over here.
Yes.
Damn. Remember that?
That shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, your blood's spicy. Delicious.
I don't know why I love it.
I don't know why I love it either.
Getting bigger.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Bane ain't playing games though.
Yeah.
Look at that. Damn.
He's just eating all that up.
I know. Uh-oh.
So, you fall back on cheap magic tricks, trying to disappear. Yet you don't know how to be truly invisible.
No problem.
I give you permission to die.
Ooh, I give you permission to die.
I like this accent back. He's like a sexy Mexican wrestler or something.
What? It ain't over.
It
yet.
ain't over, Bane. It's not over, Bane.
It's not over.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
You're just like all the others. Broken.
It's not over,
It's not
Bane.
over. Yep, so he can use his body to turn into something sharp.
Oh.
What's happening?
Oh. Damn.
Now, what we came for.
Oh. Shit.
Up goes the weasel.
Oh,
He can eat his brain.
God, yeah.
That can't
what he wanted.
Both fighters were intense physical threats, but only one wielded the superior
Venom, of course. He knew
Venom had many advantages over Bane. Speed, durability, versatility, and even strength. Bane's peak strength was at most just enough to lift a 27-ton car. Meanwhile, Venom was strong enough to stop a falling carnival ride and hold it up by himself, even while in a weakened state. Comparing it to similar carnival rides, my very conservative estimate would place this thing weighing around 200 tons. Way more impressive than anything Bane ever lifted.
Yes.
Of course, Bane was smarter. However, even if he had deduced Venom's key weaknesses to fire and sound, he wasn't really equipped to take advantage of them. As for speed, Venom could catch bullets. Even better, he could catch up the bullets in midair. He had to move over 1,500 miles per hour to do that. Ironically enough, almost twice the speed of sound. Surprisingly, their durability levels were pretty even. Both have taken hits from Superman-level beings and lived to fight another day. The big difference being Venom's healing factor was far superior.
I mean, he took a hit
fight
from
on par with Juggernaut, who can make 4.8 magnitude earthquakes with his bare hands.
Damn.
But it's not like Batman ever needed super strength to knock Bane out cold.
Right.
In time, Venom's superior strength, speed, durability, and versatility simply overwhelmed Bane. Looks like Venom was the real Bane of this fight.
And then look at how he looks.
Venom.
Like, how do you think he gonna lose?
But no, we already knew Venom had to win. If Venom did not win, I'll be insanely butthurt.
Like, that's a fluke.
I'll be insanely butthurt.
That's why it's like majority likes on this video and like hard. Because usually whenever people disagree, I noticed that with these ScrewAttack videos that if they disagree, like it should have went another way, then the like to dislike ratio will be kind of even, okay? But here it's like it's like 90%. It's like yes, this is how it's supposed to like end. And plus Venom is just vicious. Like there's like I remember playing him in a Amazing Spider-Man game. Like back on GameCube and stuff.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to buy a GameCube just to play that joint over because playing as Venom was like, oh my god.
Playing as him was like so like
dope. It was
so fun. Like it was just so fun. It was so fun. And plus like Bane, he just gets his stuff. He's like a steroid. He's like a super jacked.
I told you he's a sexy
dude.
Mexican wrestler, Jasmine.
He's not Mexican.
I know he's not Mexican. I just wanted to say it, but yeah, like he just pretty much steroids on steroids all the time.
Yeah, he's just a dude that's just on steroids and gets jacked up, and then he goes crazy for it.
So
like,
it's basically a douchebag.
Yeah, but like with Venom, that is like a creature in itself, like by itself. So it didn't have to be attached to somebody. It would like to, so they can get more powerful, but it doesn't have to be. So it's like, it could just beat you by itself, not attached to anybody. Yeah. Like, you know, so that's why I'm like, there's no way Venom's gonna lose.
Yeah, and other news about the Venom movie, there is, I think, let me look it up real quick. Because I don't know if it's not a rumor, I think it's actually green lit now. Like, it's actually gonna green light it to 2000, They talking about releasing it in 2018.
Well, I want to see it.
So that's next year.
I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see my Hardy movie.
Yeah. I'm ready to and then you know they're supposed to have the Sinister Six as well.
Oh really?
Sinister Six is like Vulture, you know, Dr. Ock, Rhino, all the rest of them. But but Venom's supposed to be having his own spin-off movie next year. So I can't wait for the trailer of that.
It's supposed to be because I think I saw an Amazing. No, I think I saw at the end of Amazing Spider-Man like. That was the end. Like there was like after like Green Goblin was like defeated or whatever like that. You saw like,
the little machines,
the other tanks and the machines.
But that was in the Amazing Spider-Man. This is the what is it? This is the new Spider-Man. I don't know if they still,
new one.
I don't know if they still gonna do that. Cause I think they still might because Vulture's supposed to be in the new one.
Yeah, because I saw the other ones. Like,
but you know their situation is different because Sony has part of the rights to Spider-Man.
I guess.
So
but, I mean that would be a great place.
It would great. I think Sony should just do the Sinister Six movie with the villains because villains have been popping lately. And do the Venom movie, which they said they're gonna do, which is gonna be super lit. I wonder what is the Carnage gonna be in it?
Who's gonna play Venom? That's what
it better be somebody swole. They better not put no small.
Put some skinny dude in there.
Yeah, please don't.
Let him be like jacked up, or if he's skinny, let
make
him big.
Like, please.
And let him sound cool like that.
Like it's supposed to be. All right.
Like,
But anyway, guys, please comment below.
Don't forget to like,
subscribe.
share.
It's just smart, guys. Deuces.